Hey there, welcome back to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we're discussing the newest album from the boss himself, Bruce Springsteen. This one is entitled Western Stars. This is the 19th studio album from the American singer-songwriter. He's put out many albums. He has loads of experience under the belt, as I said, 19, including this album here. Some of his projects even include my favorite songs of all time, including I'm on Fire and Dancing in the Dark. Both of those land on his very critically acclaimed album, Born in the USA. He's also put out other big albums like Born to Run and Darkness on the Edge of Town, all very well reviewed. I also have to praise Bruce Springsteen's innovation with arena rock and how he was able to fit in a lot of rotating members as part of the E Street Band over the years. One of my favorite saxophonists, Clarence Clemens, rest in peace, was a part of the band at one point. Now jumping into Western Stars, the most important thing you gotta know is that Bruce Springsteen, he's kind of given up his arena rock and has exchanged it for country, which I was a little hesitant coming into this new album. The singles that I had heard coming in didn't really persuade me to be excited, yet I was still hopeful, knowing that Bruce Springsteen has been one of the best songwriters over the past 100 years or so. I was thinking if anyone could do it, he could pull it off. He seems like a versatile guy, writing a lot of different music. But yeah, jumping into this album, we get the track Hitchhiking, which is one of my least favorite songs on here. I just feel like it's in this constant state of introduction, kind of void of this dynamic shape or progression in any way. The vocals are stagnant. It doesn't really sound like Bruce is at his finest. Bruce also doesn't sound like he is really offering much variation with his vocal inflections either, as he really drives this home on the next track, The Wayfarer, and this one he sounds very flat and boring. And it really is a disappointment knowing that Bruce has had a knack over the years for singing melodies. I just feel like he isn't bringing his A game when it comes to the verses on this project. He is really just going over the same kind of stuff, and he's just leaving the more anthemic and grandiose choruses to kind of just lift up the energy, which is fine, I guess, but when these choruses are matched with these very stripped back instrumentals, there's really not much going on sonically. With the country western kind of flavor. It's very much a soothing listen. It's not much of a memorable one or one that is very climactic. Moving on to a song that I do like, Tucson Train. This is one of the singles that I didn't really enjoy upon first listen, but now I seem to be into it. There's a catchy horn melody on here. The vocal counter melodies are secondary to the horns, which makes for an exciting song. Moving on from there, the track Western Stars. This one is another stripped back type song. We get some slide guitar on here with some echoed vocals, which are better, not amazing. There are some more horns in the background, giving this a bit of a Western movie kind of setting. And then we get this acoustic guitar strumming pattern, which this chord progression, it's kind of basic as hell if you ask me. We get another track on here, Sleepy Joe's Cafe, which has an interlude with an organ and guitar solo, which I absolutely adore. There is some accordion on here as well, but the melody is a little bit forgettable. Drive Fast, the Stuntman, has some lyrically compelling stuff on here, some of the better lyrics. Chasing Wild Horses, this one has some slide guitar. The lyrics feature Bruce being very regretful. This is like his take on a sad cowboy kind of song. It's all tied together with this very depressing sonic backdrop, which goes over well, in my opinion. Sundown is one of the tracks I really enjoy on here. This one has a seamless transition from the previous track, with this slide guitar bleeding into this piano and faintly plucked banjo. There are some more depressing lyrics, which I tend to find cliched, but I am hooked nonetheless. That short and sad punch can be hit square in the face if you listen to the track Somewhere North of Nashville, another one of my favorites. Moving on from there, Stones. This is one of my least favorites. This one is a little bit too slow, and I'm asking myself, why is there tambourine on this song? And the last track I want to mention in this review is called There Goes My Miracle. This one has some of the weakest vocals from Bruce. It sounds like he's wavering with not much confidence. And it's got the most annoying chorus on this project. So yeah, negatives for this album, I would say the pacing is dragged out. 50 minutes, it sometimes feels like it can be an eternity on here to get through some of the slower tracks. Although some of the slower tracks are my preferred choices. Bruce's vocals, though, they haven't sounded this bad in years, in my opinion. He just sounds a little too raspy, and his guitar playing doesn't really sound really that good. Positively though, I can say that the production is spacious at times, and especially through tracks 7 through 9, those are my favorites. And I gotta give it to Bruce, like he is staying ambitious, he is switching up his styles, and he's now known for more than just arena rock, rock and roll, folk, those kinds of genres. He's kind of adding another notch to his belt at this point. With this country music he does dive into on this album though, I just feel like it's a little too boring for me to sit through, and if it were any other artist, I don't see myself really complimenting it as much, because we are dealing with Bruce Springsteen after all. So unfortunately, I will have to give this album a 4 out of 10. I don't think it really lives up to the expectation I would have had coming into it. And yeah, sound off down below in the comments. Let me know what you think of this new Bruce Springsteen album. I apologize for getting to it a bit later on than when I was planning to talk about it. But yeah, for now, leave a like, subscribe if you're new in town. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a rockin' day.